bit hot. What we got here is a very interesting specimen. This rifle was made on the parts from the company WBP. But before we'll start this, let me tell you, I didn't pee myself, okay? It's just wet ground today. The weather is crazy. A few days ago we had negative 15. Today we got over 60 degrees. So everything melted down and I just got wet when I was shooting from prone position. But going back to the rifle. So this is the rifle made on the parts from WBP out of Rogów in Poland. And let me get this straight. WBP has nothing to do with FB Radom. Two different companies. Yes, they are both out of Poland, but FB Radom, it's a one company, and the WBP, totally different company. Okay, so let's not mix those two up. WBP is in a business of making a brand new AK parts. So all the parts which were supplied by them, which is a front post, gas block, handguard retainer, gas tube, front trunnion, rear trunnion, bolt carrier and bolt, everything was made by WBP. Now, barrel on this rifle is made by Fabryka Broni Radom. So that's the only component which came out from FB Radom. But as you guys can see, there is a lot of Polish-made components on this rifle. Now the receiver is US made and the furniture is US made. Company which put everything together was Definitive Arms, but it was a joint project between WBP, Arms of America and Atlantic Firearms. When all these guys heard my bitching about cast parts, they came up with an idea, hey, let's put up the rifle made of the cast parts, which WBP is using a casting for the front trunnion, but they're using a very, very advanced method of casting. It's a very different than the pad casting, but anyhow, it's a casting. And they said, well, let's build the rifle, ship it to AKOU, and we'll donate the 5,000 rounds and we'll go from there. So today, this is the day, ground zero. We ran through 500 rounds on this rifle, and I did a totally mixed different types of shooting. I was shooting really fast, then we went and did some distance shooting. We did 200 yards, we did 300 yards. This is as far as we went with that rifle, and from 300 yards, I think at some point I had 9 on 10 hits from with iron sights from 300 yards. So it's a very accurate barrel, and you know, all the components are gelling very nicely with each other. Anyhow, we went to when we were dumping the mags from this rifle, we went to the almost, you know, I think was over 300 degrees on the separate components, but we were monitoring the temperature, and we didn't want to overheat the rifle on the first runs. So you know, when we were seeing a smoke coming out, we're kind of slowing down and you know, taking a short breaks to let the components cool off, to see how this is going to perform, because let's not forget, we still have 4,500 rounds left. So let's see how we're doing inside right now. Let me pop the hood. By the way, we did have the footage with a rifle shooting in a slow motion and with the regular speed camera from without the hood. So you can see what's happening there. But basically, let me pull out the recoil spring and the recoil button, which is made by the WBP as well. I don't see any damage on it, any markings, just a regular wear. Rear trunnion looks great, nothing on it. So when that bolt was cycling, nothing was happening. All right, let's see right now the bolt and the bolt carrier. There is some deformation on the bolt carrier, and we'll take high resolution pictures so you guys can judge it by yourself. But I would say after 500 rounds, this is kind of, you know, we'll see how this is going to progress. It is a deformation, but nothing, you know, screaming out, but it is a deformation. on that tail, dovetail from the bolt carrier. But how we are looking on the cutters for the rails, there is nothing on it, no marks. Front of the bolt carrier where we are closing in, nothing on it. Inside of the groove, perfectly fine. So, and the rear also looks good. Yes, the only that dovetail, it is a deformation. And as I said, you will be the judge what you think about it, okay? I don't want to put my comments at this point. So we'll see what you guys think about it. Okay, here we got the bolt, and also we'll take pictures of the bolt from the different angles, but I have to tell you that I don't see anything on the bolt jumping out of the gates, and there is something maybe here, but that looks like a normal weld so far. But again, I'll take pictures, and hopefully you can see them in the video. And you will see right away what is happening. The tail of the bolt is perfectly fine. I don't see anything on the face as well. All looks good to me, and I don't see anything missing from the bolt. It's just dirty, maybe a slight deformation right in this corner here. But we'll see how this is going to progress. Only 500 rounds so far. And there is okay, there is a feeding ramp where but that looks you know, it's all let me clean it. All looks good to me. We'll see how this is again going to behave. Again, hopefully you can see the high resolution pictures of it, but inside the trunnion looks good. I don't see any wear marks on the trunnion, and everything is kind of covered with gunk from the gunpowder, but so far so good. I would say, you know, nothing jumps out of that rifle and it screams, you know, hey, something is wrong. So rails are looking good, but that's a US made receiver. So all right, I think for the faith, okay, let's talk about what happened too. We had the one malfunction. The malfunction, if my memory serves well, happened at 200 yards, and it was a failure to fire. So what I did, I catch that round, I put it back to the magazine and shot it again. So it was, I don't know, was it ammo or was the firing pin? Let me check the firing pin, by the way. No, the firing pin looks all good here. So, but it was just only one round. So for the 500 rounds, we had the one malfunction, and you know, it was a misfire. Put it back, shot it, went down the pipe. As far as accuracy goes, very pleased with the performance so far. And as far as the testing goes, as I said, we're going through the different stages. We did the fast shooting, we did the slow shooting, and the rifle behaved so far so good. 4,500 rounds left. That was the update number 1. WBP out of Rogów in Poland. So far so good. Let me know, guys, if you have any questions. We'll talk about this rifle more. Stay tuned. But let me know if you have any questions or if you want to see any more details of it. Okay, thanks for watching. See you soon. Alright, that was around 500. My finger hurts today.